Go.
My name is Mark Lepettis, and I'm the semiconductor editor of VID00018. And we're here on the second day of SemiCon West here in San Francisco, California. And this morning I attended a Applied Materials Analyst meeting. And after the event, I'm standing here to my right with Mr. Hans Stork. He's the Chief Technology Officer for the Silicon Systems Group with Applied. And Hans has been in the industry many years, most recently at Texas Instruments. And every year at SemiCon West, we're always hearing about the latest and greatest technologies. And I think one of the themes this year is this whole shift or this whole concept of 3D packaging, especially through-hole silicon vias. What's your impression of this, and when do you think the market will take off for this particular technology?
Mark is, asking a question on indeed a very exciting, I think, new development in the industry. Through silicon vias is a packaging technology implemented largely on the wafer, and so it is merging two spaces that have been fairly separate so far. Wafer level activity and the die level activity on packaging have been different parts of our electronics industry. And in TSV, through silicon via, they really come into one place. The applications that are looking for using this, starting with image sensors to reduce their form factor, memory to increase the bandwidth interface with the logic chips, but also even power analog applications for better distribution and also cooling aspects. So it's a diverse set of applications, and I don't expect there's going to be one single answer for all of them. It makes demands now on wafer level technology that dimension-wise are not so aggressive as the 30 nanometer contact holes that Tom was describing, but they're still the same kind of aspect ratio. The vias through the silicon wafer have to be very high aspect ratio, and they have to be done or etched with very high productivity. We're now looking at a cost environment that is more similar to packaging than it is to actually front-end processing. So Applied has been one of the key companies, there's many of them active, looking to develop its technology, get ready for it. Etch is a big part of it. Finding the right productivity and technical capability. Liners to put the layers on there, and then working jointly, for example, with Semi-Tool to do the filling of those things. Most importantly, perhaps, I think we're engaging with our customers, a number of which have asked to partner on these activities, because they're all searching for the right technology. When it, from a market point of view, will take off, it won't be a step function, but given the rapidly increased activity today, I would say within the next 2 years you're going to see much more activity also at a production level starting to happen.
Very good. Earlier this year, you talked a lot about self-aligned double pattern in terms of applied solution, but there's quite a bit of should we say cloudiness in lithography in general. We go to double patterning, EUV, nano imprint, or the next generation E-beam. Where's this all shaking out in relation to EUV and such? Can you give us a handle on that?
I think so. EUV is the farthest developed from the non-traditional optical lithographies in terms of giving a roadmap for long-term patterning. Yet it's only an alpha tool level capability today, one at IMEC, one at Albany, and the throughput is still minimal. Right? It's a very experimental capability. In fact, I think there's a few orders of magnitude of improvement kind of needed. When that will play out, it's certainly going to be a number of years. So in the meantime, applications like NAND flash are already requiring dimensions that cannot cannot be done with simple single pattern. And so I think the probability, the likelihood that we will see some form of double patterning in the immediate next few generations, 3x specifically for NAND flash, is very high. The specifics again of which particular integration process the company will use to do their double patterning. People will be searching for, on the one hand, the lowest cost possible approach, and the other hand, those that meet the requirements for CD control, overlay control, line edge roughness, etc. Right? So, we have advocated an approach that shows excellent capability all the way down to the 22 nanometer range. So at least putting it out there that independent of how long EUV comes to mature or an alternate approach, double patterning can certainly get us into that range of nodes and you asked about the other non-lithography approaches like E-beam or imprint lithography. I think they are still looking at niche type of applications, they don't seem to have all the attributes necessary for a broad application in this but new developments happen every day, and I always look forward to another invention that could prove me wrong on that one.
Well, last but not least, ITRS roadmap always talks about brick walls that we could be seeing down the line, and people are talking about 32 nanometer and beyond. I hear about 28 nanometer and 16 nanometer. In a nutshell, what could you say are the top 2 or 3, shall we say, brick walls in terms of technologies that need to be developed? Is it still in high K, or is there something else that we're seeing?
Again, let me start off first with dividing the space up in 3 big buckets: logic, DRAM, and NAND flash. I think they're sufficiently different that the bottlenecks facing them are also different. I think NAND flash sees a roadmap to the 22-ish, below 20 nanometer regime in a fairly straightforward way. At that point, whether floating gauge cells will continue to be effective is questionable. But people have approached charts that have flash, for example, for a number of years already. So it's not like there's no alternatives available. Or like SanDisk has developed, the 3-dimensional type of approach. That's different. In the logic space, I think Intel basically shown in their 45 nanometer generation that high-K metal gate can work. It can be manufactured. It doesn't appear that their approach was an easy one, but it sort of removed this perception, perhaps, that it wasn't technically feasible. Now, would we not benefit from a higher productivity, perhaps, approach, or a more versatile approach to this problem? Yes, but a lot of companies are looking at that. So I'm pretty optimistic on that. For DRAM, in fact, I think the challenges may be the toughest. One step to go in the near term is to go to 4F square cells. And that, of course, gives them a big boost from the 6F squared level. But beyond that, there are few options to straightforwardly scale things in another few generations. Now, all of them are to some degree going to use 3-dimensional structures. 4F squared is only a planar perspective, right? There may be options to again grow in third dimension. NAND flash as well, as I mentioned, and then logic perhaps through the use of FinFETs or other type devices also squeeze things in a more vertical way. And then it's back to the lithography question, right? What kind of approaches are going to be cost effective to get us below the 20 nanometer type regime? And of big lithography companies, ASML and Nikon specifically, but that are in the running to help us solve that problem. We will, accommodate that with lots of clever materials, conformal or gap drilling, high temperature, low temperature, you name it. But we'll make sure that is
Thank you very much for your time, and have a good evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you much, Mark.